Hey guys, I'm gonna be reviewing my UMP today, but before I do that, a little quick update. The remaining parts for my MG36 back here will be coming in within, I want to say before September. I'm not exactly sure when they're coming in. They've been ordered for a while. It's a long story, but they should be coming in. So I have one for sure unboxing for the MG36, and then I have another order that I have to do with e-bike once I get more money in, which will be the last part for the MG36 for one variant of it. Actually, I have three. I have the mag, one from e-bike, and then one from overseas over in e-hobby. I have one item that I also need to get from over there. Basically, once I get money in, but one for sure will be hopefully before the end of the month if things go smoothly. Another update is I redid my room. As you can see, that's my window. That's usually, my bases are usually over on my right side when I review. I moved my bed over here, so I'll show you. There's all of that is now room. Sorry for the messy room, but so now we have a lot more room. I'll be putting a table there, so I have a solid backdrop for you guys. That way it's not half-assed anymore. I'll work on getting a table. My room's really messy, but let's get on to the review of the UMG. I'll have to figure out the lighting too. That's going to be weird. Alright, today we're going to be reviewing the UMG. I'm going to start on the externals, work my way in, start from the back, head forward. But first off, we'll talk about the gun itself. The gun is the UMG. It's based off of the HK UMP 45. It's basically 1-to-1 replica. There's a very few differences than the real steel HK UMP, but I'm not going to go over those. But there is differences, not much, very, very little. Unless you knew HK UMPs like I do, you would not notice the difference. The gun itself is made out of really high quality plastic. I'm not going to say polymer because that's not true, because polymer is basically plastic. Same thing. This is made out of really high quality plastic. The only metal parts on the gun are these three rails right here. These do all come with the gun. These usually come uninstalled. On mine they came installed. Then you have metal top rail right here, comes with the gun. You have a metal outer barrel and metal flash hider, and that's about it. Just metal pins here and there. I believe the iron sights are metal too. Nothing too metal on it. Exactly the same amounts of metal as the real steel UMP. Dust cover is also metal, as well as all the internals. But the gun shoots. My gun shoots 403 about. As the average is 403 FPS, which is really, really, really hot for a CQC gun. Mine, I bought mine before there's two versions. There's only one version out. It's supposed to shoot 350 to 360, somewhere right in there. Mine came with, I guess, a stronger spring in it. Something was different with mine. Mine's stronger than normal, which I don't mind because I really don't play CQB, but I do use this as my breaching gun. I'll explain that later on, as well as the rest of the externals. Shoots, it's very, very, very accurate. It comes installed with a 6.04 tight bore. The hop-up is really nice in this gun, but mine came flawed, sent it back, got a new one, perfectly fine. So let's start on the externals, work our way from the back, work our way forward. As you can see, the stock is a skeleton stock. There's two sling points right there and right there. There's two rubber parts, which is the back butt plate and the cheek rest right there. The stock is in fact a folding stock. You lock it right there on the desk. I hate the lighting in this room. Right there. You lock it on that. right there. When you fold it over, pop it up a little, it'll pop over on top. It's locked. It's not going anywhere. No matter what you do to this thing, it will stay locked until you press up and pull it off. Mine came, I think mine was a little loose or is a little tight. You can adjust how tight and loose it is by a hex screw right there. The stock is really good, no wobbles. Absolutely love it. Moving up, the iron sights are your typical G36 iron sights. Nothing too different about the G30. The same thing as the G36. It's an aperture in the back, circle with the dot and forward. It's really nice sights. I absolutely love the iron sights, and that's one of the main reasons why I would pick up a G36 or an HK UMP over any other gun in the world. There is a flip. You can flip this and have another sight, but the other sight is absolutely horrible. It's a notch sight. I don't know why they put it on there. From what I remember, UMPs came with the aperture in 2 settings, the far range and the close range like the G36, but UMG did it like this. That's one of the main flaws that I found. As I said before, it comes with a metal Picatinny rail for any scope or optic. It's really long, so you'll be able to fit almost anything on there. On the right side, we'll talk about slings. On the right side, you've got one sling mount right here, where my finger is. Let's see if you can see it. See, it's a dual sling mount, so you got one for the left side. If you're a left-handed shooter, you've got one right there, and then 2 on the stock. So you've got 3 points of slinging. On the if you're a right-handed shooter, you've got 2 on the stock. You've got one right here. Wait for that. One right there, and then one right there, which is where I have mine at, and then one right here. Selector switch is ambidextrous, like all HK guns. As you can see, I'm swapping it from the other side. It's really nice. There's a body pin right here. You push that out to take down the gun. I'll show you once we get to the internals, because I'm going to break this down for you and show you how to break it down. Moving up, you've got the obvious charging handle. I hate it when I do that. Sometimes, because my hands are so big, I always rub it on the Picatinny, on the rail right here. I run it sometimes, or my knuckles slide against it and it ends up cutting me up, but I don't really care. I mean, it's not that big of a problem. But there's a bolt catch right here. As you can see, I'm holding it down and pop this forward. It's back, and the bolt is caught back there. That's how you get to your hop up, is pulling the charging handle back. You can lock it up. I'll show you here in a second, but as you can see, you can pop the charging handle up, lock it up, not have to touch it, and get into there. You can HK slap this gun. I'll show you. So you can HK slap it. I do not recommend it. Let's see what else. You get your own unique serial code right here. Right there, that silver part right there is a unique serial code. I'll see if I can. This has the same spots as the real UMP. It has G&G trades. It says G&G UMG, G&G Armament MIT, made in Taiwan. Let's see what else is good about this gun. You've got a lot of room here on the front sights, or on the front of the gun for rails. It's really nice. You can mount. I have mounted flashlight and laser. I don't prefer it because I don't really find use for them. It just snags up because of how I run the gun. But you can do it, no doubt. Besides that, the flash hider is G&G or UMP specific. You can get M4 styled or MP5 styled flash hiders that are exactly the same. But the thing that sucks is if you use this flash hider, you have to have the UMP specific suppressor, which can cost anywhere from $60 to $80 new, which is outrageous and sucks. But that's how it is. Let's see what else. Externally, things that I found bad about this gun is the flash hider, because You can only use the one suppressor. Mine came a little loose right here on the selector switch, but I don't mind personally because I like fast swapping. I like just being able to push it once and it goes all the way to full auto. I like that. I don't use semi on this gun. That's just me. Magazine is very, very, very strong magazine, as you can see. It sticks in the gun really well. I would like to see somebody do this with their M4. As you can see, I'm only holding it by the magazine and swinging it up and down. The mag is very, very, very reliable, very big. It's a 530 high cap, 540 round high cap. It's really big. It's nice. It feeds well. I've never had feeding issues with my UMP. It's really nice, and I've run this gun quite a lot. I think that's about it for the externals. That's about it. I would rate these externals a 9 out of 10. For the price you're paying, I'd rate them a 9 out of 10. Or for the price you're paying, I'd rate them a 10 out of 10. Overall, though, I'd rate them a 9 out of 10 because they're not perfect, but they are pretty well near perfect. So next, I'm going to show you how to break this down, and then we're going to talk about the internals. So now we're going to talk about the internals of this gun. I'm going to show you how to break this gun down. First thing you do, like every other gun, take out the mag. Mag is useless. Next thing you do is you find the pin and you push it out. My gun is very specific on how I have to put the pin in and out. It only likes to go in one way, only likes to go out one way. So put your pin aside once you get it out. Do not lose it. It is very essential to the gun. As you can see, my gun is already moving and wanting to go out. So before you just go ahead and rip this gun apart like I did on, I think it was my 5th time disassembling it. I forgot that you have to do this. Completely broke my gun. Not complete. I broke the air nozzle because of this mistake. So what you're going to do is, as you can see, I'm already in the hole right here in the mag well. What you do is you put a finger in, doesn't matter what finger, and you're going to push, you're going to feel the hop up, and you're going to push it forward. I'm going to see if I can get this in video. I don't think I'll be able to, but we'll see. So you take the hop up and you push it forward. So when you do that, you want to push the hop up forward, and then you want to go ahead and take your gun apart. And keep your finger in there, like as you can see. I still have my finger in there until my gun comes right about there, and then I can let the hop up go and roam freely, and boom, there you go. You've got yourself your upper, which only contains your hop up, and and that's it. Hop up and barrel, and then your bolt cover, and then you have your lower, which is your gearbox, motor, and so on and so forth. When I did that, when I took apart my my UMP and broke the air nozzle, the entire air nozzle was snapped right there. The black air nozzle was completely snapped off, completely snapped in half. Had to take apart the entire gearbox, put it back together. That absolutely sucked monkey dick, but who's complaining? It was fun to get in there. Took me a long time, but I liked it. It was fun. As much as it sucked, it was actually fun. Got a few learning experiences, but so we're going to talk about the internals. The gearbox is very reliable. When I went in there, I had about 20,000 rounds or so through the gun, and it looked really good. No issue. It was relatively new when I went through it. Wasn't that bad. The internals look great. Did need a little bit of a reshim on my end. I personally think that you should always reshim your gearbox when you get them. I don't, but I think you should. I just haven't had the time to reshim my MG36, but as you can see, you can pull this out rather easily. You have to undo the base plates there, this one and that one. You have to undo the base plates to be able to pull it out. That's about it for the gearbox. It's really nice, really reliable. Now, if you want to get the hop up out, I'm going to show you how to do that. First things first, you want to pull your charging handle back and lock it up. Then, you rotate it to the right when you're looking down, and it will pop out, just like that. It's that simple. And there you go. There's your barrel. Your barrel is absolutely tiny. It is a very small barrel, but it is an absolutely amazing barrel. I love the barrel. The hop-up that I got, like I said, broke. That's a problem with the UMPs, but it was easily fixed by sending it back, because I figured out the problem. It always had hop on. I was like, that's not right. Sent it back, got a new one. So there you go. That's how you get into the gearbox. That's how you get to the hop-up and fix it. So now I'm going to show you how to put this this gun back together. This is the trickiest, and this is the part that I absolutely hate about this gun. So what you're going to do is push it up like so, get it on the hinges. Do I have it on that hinge? No. There we go. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hold it like this. You're going to put your thumb through. I find thumb to be easiest. And you're going to push. See that? You push the hop-up forward, and then you just go ahead and bring this down. Now, as you can see, these wires are trying to pinch. So you got to use your pinky while pushing this down. You got to use your pinky and slide it through. There's a little slot for it. As you can see, those two, you can see right here. There's a little slot right there. So you're going to use your pinky or any other finger that it can reach, and you're going to go ahead and put it in like so. Make sure it doesn't snap, wires don't pinch or anything, and there you go. You've got it back together. Then you're going to go ahead and hold it like so. On the other side, you can't see, but I'm holding it right here. See, my thumb's right there, using that to push them together. My pin, like I said, mine doesn't like to go in. I found that I use the silver part, I put it in through the right side, use the silver part towards the barrel, and I push in. It's hard to get it in at first, but once I get it through and in, I can just pop it all the way through. It's spun a little, and I can just push it through, and boom, there you go. You've got yourself your G&G UMP back together. So that's everything externally. Would I recommend the gun? Yes, I would highly recommend the gun. If this is your first airsoft gun, I do not recommend it, because it is its parts are can't say that word today. Its parts are very unique. Like the air nozzle took me almost a year to get a new one, which absolutely sucked. It took forever. You can see the unboxing that I did of the gun, or of the UMG air nozzle, which sucked because most of the parts in here are everything but the gearbox is all basically unique parts. The hop-up unit, if yours for some weird reason breaks, it's a full metal hop-up, but if yours breaks, $40 to fix. It's a $40 part. The air nozzle was, I think, $15-20, something like that, something insane. But so I would highly recommend this gun if you're looking for a good UMP. The new Humerax, sorry, I cannot speak today. The new Humerax UMPs, the HK license, are pieces of junk. Do not buy them. They are LPEGs. As bad as it is to say, they are LPEGs. So I would highly recommend this gun if you're looking for a good UMP. If you're looking for a good first gun, definitely do not buy this. You are going to be in over your head with money. And when you first get a gun, you want a gun that if it goes down, it's easy to get spare parts, and it's very cheap to get spare parts. So I'm going to show you guys how I run the sling and why I run the sling like it is. Oh, sorry if that's making a lot of noise. As you can see, I redid my closet, or I'm redoing my closet. As you can see, the guitar's right in the way. Sorry about that. On the bottom, I'm going to have mostly clothes, gear, vests, stuff like that on the bottom. Second shelf is for parts such as my externals, like I have my extra handguard, suppressor, outer barrel right there. And then I have my pistol, right? I have a pistol on this side, you can't see it. Next to the shelf is for BBs and mags. Next one up is electronics mainly. mainly electronics and other mystic little parts that go inside guns. And then very top is eyewear, which you cannot see. As you can see, it's eyewear. And then I'll probably put hooks up there and hang another gun up there. Which actually, I think I might be able to do my... Yeah, I can hang my UMP up there, which is probably what I'm going to do because of... because that'd be really cool, actually. And then in here, I've got my MG36. And then down bottom I just got boxes and whatnot. Nothing really too shabby or too fancy. So the reason why I run the sling like I do, I run it through the back. It's actually not even a sling. It's a shoelace. I find shoelaces to be very comfortable, especially with this gun because it's so light. I find it to be very comfortable. So as you can see, I run it through the top. And as you can see, it is super knotted, if I can get it. I put about 5-6 knots through it just to make sure it does not move, does not do anything. And then the extra sling, the extra shoelace, I just stuck in that little hole right there. Just stuck it in there. And then I bring it around, and I came through the right side. Sorry. Came through the right side here, came around through the right side, went in, tied it, wrapped it around, and then tied it through this one right here, just so then the extra shoelace isn't hanging off. The reason why I run this is because I use it like so, right arm through, put this, as you can see, gotta bring it up more, sorry about that. So right arm through, and then over the head, around the back. Reason why I run that, here I'll grab my MG36 to show you why I run it. I run it because I sling it around my back. I have it on my back. As you can see, the gun, I probably got to bring it down a little. As you can see, that's my ass right there. No. As you can see, once it zooms in, my gun's like this. When I run my new backpack, it's going to be under the backpack. Backpack's probably more than likely going to be over it. If not, I'm going to find a new way to sling it around my back. And the reason why I run it like that is because I have my MG36. I run the sling like this, like so. I just run it like that. One right here in the back, one same spot, or the one back right next to the thing. The reason why I run it like this is because I don't put it through my arms or anything. I just simply sling it right over my neck. Have it right over my neck. Reason why is simply because it's fast. It's right there. If I'm using it and I gotta go enter a building, I'm sorry that the outer barrel's off, but I'm doing work to it. So as you can see, I'm using it. Let me pop this up. Sorry. So I'm using this, you know, I gotta go into a building, pop that down, pop this around, and boom, I'm ready to enter a building. My gun, my MG36 is right here in case I need it. If I need it, I can sling that back and go right into my go right back to my MG36 if I need to hit somebody out long. So that's how I run it. I don't run pistol because I find pistols aren't as good as an MG or AEG that I can fold up into a pistol size that has way more rounds, way nicer. So that's how I run my guns. That's why I have it sling the way it's slinged. And even on my MG36 I use shoelace. The reason why I use shoelace is because it's a little bit elastic. It stretches a little bit, which is nice, because I've had problems where I've used slings before and my hand catches just barely, and if my hand barely catches on this, it will usually sling back. So like if it's stretched out like so and I sling, it will do that. Most slings that I've used, you can't do that. They're cheap. Shoelaces you can buy anywhere. They're very cheap and they are very, very, very strong. As you can see, this gun's 10 pounds or so, and I can hold it and I can bounce it, and I'm not scared of it snapping or breaking at all because shoelaces are very strong. And then it will bother you if you're not used to such a small the reason that they're bad is because it's so small and all the pressure is being put in that one little area. So when you have bigger slings, that's why you can't feel the gun as much. Personally, I'm used to it, so it doesn't bother me. And when you've got a gun that's 4.5 pounds, 4.5 pounds on your shoulder feels like nothing. I hardly can feel it. So that's why I run my guns the way I run them. That's why I run the sling. And like I said before, highly, highly, highly recommend this UMP for anybody who already has an AEG or who's looking for a UMP or CQB gun. Just make sure that you buy them used, because used they're 175 bucks and you can get the old version. This is the old version. The new versions I've heard are not as good. So with that, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you want more action. I'm going to be reviewing the JG MG36 soon. I've also got M60, an ANK M60, JG M16, Colt, what is it? It's I want to say GMP M16 A1, a VFC Scar. We've got a bunch of guns that we can review for you guys, which is what I'm gonna start doing. I'm sorry that this was a mix of a review and a channel update for all of you guys, but I won't be, for the rest of my reviews, I won't be putting channel updates in there. I'm just going to strictly do reviews, and then if I have a channel update, I'll upload that as a second video. That's why this was so long. With that being said, subscribe, like, rate, do whatever. If you liked us, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like us, leave a comment and tell me why or what I did wrong, why you don't like it. We'll be doing gameplays. I'm getting a job. My band's taking off. It's going good, so we're going to get money in, and we're going to go airsofting a lot more. So that means more unboxings too. Alright, I'll see you guys soon.